So I'll go ahead and break down the ESPN article. So the article describes the tension between Giannis and the Bucks, and everything kind of went downhill since the 2021 season when they won a championship. Injuries, not meeting expectations, Giannis getting hurt as well, poor drafting, giving away draft picks, making ridiculous trades, and also capitulating to your franchise player. I tell people all the time, Giannis is what they want LeBron to be. Oh, well, LeBron is Mr. GM. He's the GM. He's the coach. What's Giannis? What's Giannis? You go ahead and put public pressure on the Bucks every year. Oh, well, if they don't do what they're supposed to do, then I'm going to look to. So you're always telling the Bucks, hey, they got to make sure they keep doing what they're doing, or you're going to look for getting out of Milwaukee. So they're going to be like, okay, well, we gotta make a splash here to be able to try to keep Giannis happy. And then when they go ahead and trade for Dame, well, I didn't ask for Dame. I didn't ask them to do this. Plausible deniability. You want to go ahead and say this, but then put your hands up and say, well, I didn't tell them to do that. They hire Adrian Griffin. The team is looking good. I don't like Adrian Griffin. I don't think that the offense matches my style of play. Can we hire Doc Rivers as a consultant? Yeah, sure. We want Doc Rivers. Okay. You hire Adrian Griffin, doing good, fire him, and you hire Doc Rivers. And it's been shit ever since. Because you know what happens? When you hire retread coaches that cannot lead you out of a Macy's parking lot, this is what happens. When he has the motivational skills of a high school teacher that doesn't care. The gym teacher that just go play basketball today. I'm not teaching you nothing. Just roll the ball out there. It's basketball every day. We don't learn anything. We're going to learn how to do nothing else. It's basketball every day. No motivation. You got the head coach that was the science teacher that knows nothing about basketball. What is he going to teach me? What is he going to say? That's Doc Rivers. And it got so bad, right? It got so bad that after a bad loss, after them having an important stretch in the season where they had to go ahead and win some games and have a chance to go into the play-in tournament, right? Like they had a chance. They got to win these stretches and then play some good basketball. They lose every single goddamn game, right? Why? Because it's Doc Rivers. You know what Doc Rivers goes ahead and says? And this, you can't make this up. And this is how I know that Doc Rivers thinks that he has a lot more respect than he did. It's hilarious. So this is what he said, Silent Assassin. You are going to get a kick out of this. In the players only meeting, Doc Rivers stands up. He looks at his players and he says, Google me. I took teams to the playoffs and to the championship that weren't supposed to. I thought this was one of them. I know basketball really, really well. I do. And I don't have a memory problem. But I do remember that the only team that you got to the championship level with, the NBA Finals, was with 3 damn Hall of Famers and a guy that was great as a point guard. And guess what? After that, you never went back. So what are we Googling? So if you want me to Google you, fine. Let's go ahead and Google you. Let's go ahead and appease to what Doc Rivers is saying, shall we? Let's see here. Let's see what we can find on Doc Rivers, because he did say, hey, Google me. Doc Rivers coaching record. Yeah. Let's look that up. Now, correct me if I'm wrong here. You started his coaching career with Orlando. 41 wins the first year. 43 wins the second year. 44 wins, 42 wins. And then he went to Boston. And had 45 wins the first year in Boston, then won 33, then he won 24, and then something happened in 2007-2008 season. You trade for Kevin Garnett, you trade for Ray Allen that was in Seattle at that time, you make a whole bunch of good draft picks, and then you put this team together, this unstoppable force, and you win a championship. You know what they did after that? They won 62 games after that. And you know what ended up happening? They lost. They didn't get back to the finals. 2010, 2011, they got to the finals. Lost to the Lakers, Game 7. That's a trend, The Game 7 loss. Okay. We're going to keep going. Then things start to unravel in Boston, right? Had the lockout shortened season of 66 games. He won 39 games. Then he won 40. He went 41-40 in the 2012-2013 season. And then you know what he did? He asked for a trade because he knew that the ship be sinking, and he went to the Clippers. And you know what he did in Clipperland? He lost a lot of Game 7s in Clipperland. Never got to the finals in Clipperland. So when you tell us to Google you, what are we Googling exactly? Because there's only one coach in the history of basketball that has lost more Game 7s than anybody that has ever walked the planet. His name is Doc Rivers. 10 Game 7s he's lost. 10. He's only won 6 of them. 10. That's 10 years of you falling on your face because you can't coach. I tell people all the time about basketball or sports. Players get you to the playoffs. Coaches win you championships. Because if you don't make the right adjustments and have the right lineups in basketball in a 7-game series, you are cooked. And you know what ends up happening to Doc Rivers come Game 4, Game 5, and Game 6 and Game 7? Oh, that collar starts to get a little tighter. And certain decisions that you make in Game 3, you start to freeze up in Game 6. That clipboard is not so sturdy anymore. So sure, we'll Google you. And you know the players, when they heard him say that, you know what they did? Just like how everybody else in America reacted when he said it. They rolled their fucking eyes. Because we all know what your record is. We all know what you are. You're a fraud. And there's a reason why the Bucks are where they are. They were going downhill because of front office decisions. But the stake in the heart, or the icing on the cake, was bringing this fraud into your organization. He's only won one time with Hall of Famers. Do the math. I've never seen anybody get more mileage out of one championship in my life. So what are we Googling exactly? You know, he's also blown 3-1 leads as well. He's blown 3 of those. So the fact that you have a 3-1 lead, all you got to do is win one more game. And you literally allow that team to come back and force a 7 because you're terrible. If I'm somebody who's a front office GM, if I'm a GM, a president, an owner, and there's a coaching vacancy there, why would I ever want to hire Doc Rivers? I want to win. I don't just want to get there. I want to win. He will never get you there. And I think Giannis learned that. Damn, I made a mistake. I fucked this whole up. I fucked all of this up. I thought Doc Rivers was a good fit. No, it's not. He's not a good fit for anybody. There's one place that he's going to be a good fit for, and that's on his couch in his house. That's where he belongs. I am done with old retread coaches that try to puff their chests out and try to go ahead and try to pose and try to instill authority to young kids that don't give a fuck about your resume. Because if you won often or not, like if you won more often than you did, people would respect you more. That's just the way it goes. People will never disrespect Bill Belichick. You know why? Because he got them things. But you know who they will disrespect? Mike McCarthy. You know who they will disrespect? They'll disrespect the guy like what's his name? What's the dude's name that was coaching the Browns? Stefanski. Everybody said, "Oh, he's such a great coach." What has he done? Where's his rings? How far have you gone in the playoffs? Those are the things that matter. We don't give a damn how great you are, X and O's wise, how many chips you got. That's the difference. Give me a Mark Dagolt that coaches the OKC Thunder. You know, he knows how to coach. That guy gets it. So what are we Googling? What? Show me. Matter of fact, you Google yourself and you put it on screen. Because I don't know what I'm looking for. Because if somebody says, yo, Google me, then you're supposed to go ahead and type this person's name in and a whole bunch of good stuff comes up. Where are the good stuff? I don't see it. The Clippers got to a Western Conference final. I don't even think he was there. Was he the coach? Was he the coach when that happened? 2021. Who was the coach of the Clippers? Let me go ahead and look at that. Was it Doc Rivers?
Tyronn Lue.
There you go. I knew it. I just wanted to ask you. Who was he coaching at that time? 2001, he was coaching the Philadelphia 76ers. You know what they were doing? Blowing a lead. That's what they were doing. So again, I ask, what are we Googling exactly? Moving on.